Is it just me? Or has Minecraft really been hitting different lately? I think literally the last time I had this much fun playing Minecraft, I was a literal child. My brain wasn't even fully developed. And now I'm a slightly less of a child and my brain is partially developed. You know, I kind of had that period of my life when I was like, oh, Minecraft isn't really that fun anymore, and I got kind of bored of it. But now? This might be it, fellas. We might be in the golden age of Minecraft. I know everybody talks about the beta versions of the game being like, oh yeah, those are the golden days. Minecraft will never be good like that again. But low key, like I've really been in my bag lately. I gotta be honest with you guys. I've really been in my bag lately. And I've just been having so much fun just playing Minecraft the way I did when I was a kid. In creative mode, building whatever I want. It's been awesome. You know what's kind of crazy? I've had this world for so long, like literally years, and I still like playing on it. I don't know what it is. I think at this point I have like a legit physical connection to this world, an emotional connection. I can't leave it. The other day I was trying to start a new Minecraft world, and I was just like, this ain't the same. It don't hit the same. So I really had to... I've just been playing this world for so long that like it's so hard for me to start a new world. And recently I've really been like messing around with creative mode, and honestly creative mode kind of hits, dude. Everyone's like, oh man, you gotta play on hardcore to have fun. Nope, wrong. Let's just be real, creative mode is lit, dude. But yeah, I genuinely have been having so much fun playing this game, and you guys have really been like, oh my gosh. The other day I checked my YouTube analytics, and one of my videos had 150,000 views. I was like, are you kidding me? What in the... Are y'all trolling? Are y'all trolling me right now? How on earth did I convince 150,000 people to click on my video? Either way, I'm genuinely curious. Have you guys been playing a lot of Minecraft? Or am I like... Am I having the opposite of a crash out right now where everything is just amazing? But it's like, I think maybe I really am just in one of those 2-week phases where like I'm just really inspired, really excited to play. But like it's been going on. I feel like it's really, right now is a really exciting time to be playing Minecraft because I was perusing the internet. I was gonna say pursuing, but I was perusing the internet. And I've been seeing a lot of people start their forever worlds. And for those that don't know, a forever world is a long-term Minecraft world. And it's been so exciting. And I've gotten so many comments from people talking about how, you know, their projects for their world. Like, I've gotten so many comments from people sharing their experiences and sharing, like, what kind of projects they're working on, what kind of stuff they've been building. And it's just so much fun. It's seriously been so much fun. Like, I think what it is like hearing everybody else's experience playing Minecraft has really inspired me to continue playing Minecraft. I think what's crazy is when I started this world, I did not even have a YouTube channel. I definitely wasn't making Minecraft videos because I didn't have a channel. But the amount of comments I've gotten complimenting my world, a world that literally I was never going to show to anybody. The only reason I started this world is because your boy low-key did not have a job. And it was a very lonely time in my life. So I spent so much time on this world just building it up in survival. Listening to audiobooks, listening to podcasts. You know, I built it because it was a project for me. So when I started sharing it online, it was crazy to see that people actually thought it was cool. And I've even gotten comments from people saying that my world inspired them to start their own worlds. And I was like, that's crazy, dude. That is seriously the biggest compliment I've ever gotten. What's kind of funny is this world started off like any other survival world. I was low-key just trying to escape reality for a few hours a day. I didn't have a job, so I had a lot of time to spend on here. And this was the first world where I actually beat the Ender Dragon and actually got my Elytra and fully enchanted netherite gear. I was on top of the world. I really was. I beat the Ender Dragon pretty early on. I know a lot of people that feel like once you beat the Ender Dragon, it's kind of boring. But for me, that's when like the game really started opening up. Because for me, Minecraft has always been a sandbox game. I love to build, and I love spending time just building and decorating. So beating the Ender Dragon for me was really, it didn't really mean that much to me. I didn't really think it was that important. But then I got kind of bored. I've been on this world for so long, and I've been playing on survival mode for so long, that I was just genuinely getting so bored of playing on survival mode because I wanted to build so much stuff, but I felt like my world is so unorganized. Like, look, I literally have just random chests tucked away everywhere with all my materials. None of it's organized. And I really just wanted to focus on building, but I was so scared of turning on creative mode because I was like, oh, if I turn on creative mode, my world's not going to be as cool, or it's not going to have the same kind of accomplishment to it. But really, I think like turning on creative mode was probably the best thing I've ever done for this world, because it was getting to the point where I was so bored of playing that like creative mode now lets me experience a different side of the game that I normally don't get to try out, right? And I've had this world for so long that I literally like learned how to actually build. When I first started this world, I did not know how to build anything at all. And I slowly like progressed and learned how to build things. Just for whatever reason, I feel like right now is just such a fun time to play Minecraft and really get into it. And hearing everybody's stories about how they're making their own worlds, and it's just so much fun. I don't know. Before I had this world, I literally would start a new world and play on it for like a week, and I was so motivated to play. I had so many ideas, and I was really addicted to that like initial gameplay loop of starting off with nothing, having to like gain materials and all that stuff and build a base. I was super like hooked to that way of playing for a long time. But it felt like really dissatisfying, especially after a week when I would get bored of the world. And it's kind of weird. I don't know why I've kept this world as long as I've had it. Like the idea, when I made this world, it was not my intention to keep it as long as I've had it. I think just for whatever reason, I kept coming, why is there sheep in here? I think for whatever reason, I just kept coming back to it. And I'm glad I did, because this world is so special to me. It's super cool that I've been able to share it with all of you guys. But yeah, it was never my intention to keep this world as long as I've had it. Like I said, nobody was even supposed to see this world. It was literally just my own personal escape that I made. And it turned into what it is now. I think what really keeps me coming back to this world is the memories. It's the memories for me. What are the bees doing? I've had this world for so long that my literal real life circumstances have drastically changed since I started this world. Like I was saying, I didn't have a job at the time, and I did not even have a YouTube channel at the time. So it's kind of crazy to think that like this world that started off as just a way for me to take a break from life for a little while turned into what it has, right? But I'm really proud of how it turned out. I'm really proud of it. When I started this world, I literally had no idea how to build at all. And there was so many like random challenges I remember having to like go through, like learning how to build, learning how to decorate. But the beauty of it is like eventually I did learn how to build. Eventually I did learn how to decorate. And I really found like my style, the way that I like to build. And it's been really fun. It's been really, I've just been having so much fun with Minecraft lately. I don't know what it is, man. I don't know what it is. The thing I built most recently was actually this pathway over here. And I made a video where I was just kind of yapping, sort of like I'm doing now. And I was building this in the background, and like, this gives me the craziest type of vibe. This little pathway here, this really is like, probably the best thing I've ever built. The vibe of this pathway is immaculate. Immaculate. We got the waterfall, we got the lighting in the water. Come on now. Nowadays I actually am trying to like craft a story for my world, and that's kind of what's been keeping me interested. So right here is a little farmhouse out in the woods here. It's not really that little. This house is low-key kind of big. This is this is kind of wild. If you look at this house versus the houses in my little town over there, this is really huge. It's kind of funny, the further you move out from my base, the better the builds just seem to get, because obviously this is the stuff I built most recently. And kind of the idea with this was I've really been trying to like entertain myself, and I really have been crafting a story for my world. So my idea was you would come through these woods, right? And you can kind of see my base is almost this peninsula. There's not really any real way to get to my base from this side. So my idea was you would kind of come through here, walk through the woods, and make your way through here. And eventually I'm going to clear out all these trees. Because over in that direction, I have like a wandering, or not a wandering, what am I even saying? Babe, you got me yapping. Over in that direction, I have a villager trading like hall. And my idea was to turn that into a city, and you would kind of like walk through the woods, and you would eventually find your way to my base, right? And you'd have to go on this super long journey to get to my home base over there. And one of the things you would run into is this little farmhouse that does not have an interior, but it's really dark and cozy in here. I need to add more lights, to be honest with you guys. This is the first time I've ever built a fireplace. It's kind of funny, but yeah, you'd find this little farmhouse. I want to do like little animals out there, like a legit farm. I don't know, it's like a barn farmhouse type of look, but really, really nice, cozy kind of vibe. And then I built this pathway the other day. And this pathway, for whatever reason, I was just cooking when I made this. There's no explaining this one. I was just cooking. But I love how you can kind of see the my base over there through the trees. You can see my tower, the constellation. And I really had this idea of like, when you're walking through the woods, maybe you'd kind of see these like stars in the sky up there, right? And it would kind of lead you to the base. That was sort of my idea. I thought that'd be kind of a fun little touch there. What's actually kind of ironic is those stars are actually the Pleiades, which is part of my zodiac sign. So I threw that in there. The basic zodiac sign energy, I threw that in there. But this pathway, I'm really proud of how it turns out. All right, so hopping in nighttime here, you can see this pathway is just, oh my, it is chef's kiss. It is chef's kiss. Look at this. It hits, dude. I'm just saying. Especially with the way these shaders work and the way this resource pack is. I've literally have been using the same resource pack and same shaders for like the entire time I've been playing on this world. And if I honestly, I don't want to turn off shaders or turn off my resource pack. Otherwise, I feel like this world wouldn't hit nearly as good as it does. But yeah, the idea was you would find this farmhouse, and I'm gonna make like a pathway like this all the way throughout the woods. So it's gonna be kind of a longer project. But really giving myself random projects has really helped me keep this world going. I feel like, I think where a lot of people kind of mess up, and I know I did have a time where I wouldn't play this world, like where I did not play this world for like months at a time because I was just kind of burnt out about it. And the reason is because I spent so much time trying to like craft the perfect build, and I spent so much time trying to plan things. But it's like, just giving yourself random projects like this is how I've been able to keep this world going, is just doing stuff like this, trying to craft like a little story for my world. And it's just been fun, because it's not like Minecraft has a story. Like, obviously you can beat the Ender Dragon and things, but I really have just been falling in love with the idea of crafting my own story and building the world in that way. So yeah, you would make your way through the woods here, and the idea was you would see this huge, like, dark, brooding, super moody, like, manor. I'm calling it the Spencer Mansion, like from Resident Evil. And it's kind of cool how you see the tower in the background with the stars, and like the mansion is so big that it partially obstructs the tower. And my idea with this is this would literally be like a Resident Evil like mansion. So I was thinking of putting like pillagers in here, skulls, like all kind of, just making it like super dark and kind of creepy, right? And this is kind of like a contrast to the farmhouse over there that's kind of cozy and is like inviting. And this is just gonna be super dark and super moody. And my idea was maybe you would find like a chest in here with like really good enchanted gear. I don't know, just something like that. Something you'd like encounter in like an RPG. Kind of like a dungeon from Skyrim. That's my idea for this one. And then you'd kind of make your way over here, and you would eventually find your way to this tavern. I'm still trying to figure out how I want to connect the mansion to the tavern, right? Because ultimately here the goal was to get to my base right there. As you can see, there's like this mountain here and you can't like just walk over, because it's kind of weird. Like the way this base was designed, I didn't really intend for it to be this way, but it really is like there's no way to really get to it other than that bridge over there. So I'm still trying to figure out how I want to connect the woods to my base. I'm thinking maybe like a bridge from this glacier, kind of fall over here. You'd end up on this side. And then I built this tavern, and this tavern was like when I really started to just like, this is when I really learned how to build. I feel like this is when I really embraced my kind of style. So the tavern has this really wacky, weird sort of shape. And the reason I built it like this was literally, there is a, if I kind of come down here actually and hop in free cam, there is this little like basement area, right? And where this kind of stone was, I just outlined it with walls and then built up from there. And as a result, it gave this tavern like a really wacky, weird shape. And that's sort of when I learned like, wait a second, I don't have to build things that are super blocky. I can just build things that kind of follow the terrain. And as a result, I feel like this tavern's probably like really the thing that kind of reignited my sort of love for Minecraft, I guess, in a weird sort of way. And it's something I'm really proud of, and it has like a really cozy kind of vibe. I'm still trying to figure out, like, obviously I can spawn villagers in here, but I'm trying to figure out how I can keep them in here and like just have them populate the tavern. But yeah, it has like this super dark and moody kind of attic space up here with like skulls and like barrels of like mead or ale, whatever these people are drinking on. Honestly, I would wreak havoc at this tavern. We would get turned up in here. But yeah, if you kind of make your way over here, I threw this like chest in here with like a named sword and like a compass and a skull, and like maybe the idea was like a traveler left his like really powerful gear in this chest and you just kind of like happen to stumble across it. I don't know, just stuff like that. Like I'm really trying to craft this world into this like RPG kind of thing. And pretty much everything in this world is still like a work in progress. I literally have so many unfinished projects. But yeah, maybe you'd stay the night in the tavern because you had this super long journey, and you'd make your way across this like glass bridge, and there's like this ruined sort of castle in the middle here. But what's kind of interesting about this ruined castle is like there's no way to get to it. It's not like you can just walk to it. So it kind of gives you a reason to use your elytra. Maybe you're on this bridge and you can kind of elytra down, and then you find this like secret little room down here. But yeah, that's honestly how I've been like keeping myself entertained on this world as long as I've had. I've just had to keep like adapting the way I play and just kind of building out what I feel at the time. Anyways, hopefully you guys enjoyed this little yappy, rambly video. I'm really curious to hear if like I'm the only one that's just been really enjoying Minecraft. Yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed this. I'm curious to hear your guys' experience, and I'll see you in the next one.